Hey guys, welcome back to the DC show.
Have you f***ed your Dune popcorn bucket yet today? Stick around and watch us do it to ours.
All right, so we each got a chance to see Dune 2, and I think we both might give it some thumbs up approvals. You're going to get fireworks. That's crazy.
Yeah, no, it was a masterpiece. It was incredible. As far as big, sequels in a trilogy, it's up there with some of the best.
Yeah, I mean, I think there's like this whole trope about sequels, right? It's really hard to kind of match just the quality and how good of a first movie is, but I feel like maybe it slightly surpasses the first movie.
Yeah, it's very, very good. Both of them are amazing. I remember watching the first Dune, not the original, obviously, but the first Dune that came out from Denis Villeneuve, 2018, 2019.
No, it was 2 years, a little over 2 years ago. I think it was December 2022.
22, okay.
No, December 2021.
So I remember watching the first Dune movie in IMAX as I watched this one as well, and I was just blown away by that movie. It was incredible. I left the theater just I don't know, felt change. It was such a good movie. Neither of us have read the books. You said you had watched the original
1984, yeah.
Dune, but I tried watching that, but I just couldn't get into it. But
well, it's hard if you've already seen this one and you have to go back and watch that one.
For sure.
That was all that there was to watch of Dune, was that version of the time.
Yeah.
So
I've heard that the James McAvoy sci-fi series of Dune is pretty good and explains the books better.
Okay.
So that'd be something maybe to check out at some point. But yeah, I really enjoyed the first one, and the second one was incredible. It was like 7:00 showing, IMAX, opening night. There was just so many people in there. It was just a fun atmosphere. There's big scenes. People see people's reactions, like, oh crap, like when certain plot twists. I mean, mild spoilers. We're not going to go too in depth with the movie, but there may be some spoilers.
Yeah, I think both of us aren't super familiar with all of the names. There's some interesting names and stuff.
Like,
and
who's Paul? Paul. I don't know how to pronounce that name. Paul?
I don't know.
Trades? No. No, but there are some interesting names and places, and I mean, I couldn't keep up with some of them, but
yeah,
that's just me because I didn't read the books or anything. But
yeah, like we were talking about earlier, I think it's easier if you've read the books, you've seen the names several times, and it's easier to associate those names with people, and you remember how to pronounce them a little easier because you've read them. But
I know the gist of it. There's the Harkonnens, there's the Atreides, there's the major families. The
Fremen.
The Fremen, live in the desert with the sandworms. But it was cool because it was more action packed than the first one. The first one had some action, but it was more like telling the story of the family and Paul as he's starting to become powerful and learning his abilities. Essentially, it's like a Messiah story. Like, his mother, I can't remember names.
Jessica,
yes. Was such a simple name.
Yeah,
compared to some
that's an easy one. Like all the names are so weird, you can't remember them.
And all, Austin Butler. There's some interesting characters, but she's trying to prop up her son, because she can control if she has a male or female. I guess
it's crazy that the Bene Gesserit has so much power to just like be like, oh yeah, I'm pregnant now, and by the way, it's a boy. It's a girl.
So, but they're trying to, they're mostly women, and the emperor is a man, so they're trying to. All these families and all these people are trying to become in power, basically, of the Galactica. I don't know what they're called.
Yeah, so the Bene Gesserit are trying to manipulate things to create this ultimate person that's going to overthrow the Emperor eventually. Yeah, and it wasn't supposed to be Paul. He was supposed to be a girl. I believe it was supposed to be Paul was supposed to be the woman, and then the male was going to be from Fade Rutha. Austin Butler's character, he was supposed to have the boy, and then the two of them were gonna get together and then overthrow the Emperor. But Jessica kind of threw a wrench in things when she decided that she wanted to have a boy. So, I mean, this is getting into the storyline a little more than we probably need to. But
we can.
Yeah. But ultimately, like you kind of already covered, just visually, this movie was stunning. The music was amazing. It was Hans Zimmer on this one, I believe. I believe he did the first one as well, right? Cinematography was excellent. Just the sound design alone. I mean, we both saw it in like larger format theaters. You saw it in IMAX. I saw it in the Dolby Cinema. And man, just the bass and like for me, like because that Dolby Cinema has like the woofers in the seats and stuff. Just like anytime a sandworm will show up or those thumpers to make the sandworm show up, those like dude, just like shaking. Yeah, I feel it.
When they use their powers, like, silence. And
yeah.
Consider what you're about to do, Paul Atreides.
Silence! You mustn't speak!
Yeah.
Like you feel it, like, oh damn, they're telling me to be quiet.
Yeah. And no, I mean, and Paul, he's got some power.
That scene. He's amazing.
Yeah. Yeah. Timothy Chalamet, dude, like what an amazing actor right now. I mean, just completely altogether, but I mean, right now, just between Wonka and this, just he's killing it right now.
And the cast in general, I mean, the first one and the second one both have amazing casts. I mean, a lot of them returned, you know.
Yeah.
But just crazy casting. You know, like this is like the next, you know, big series that everyone wants to be a part of, you know, like they want to be a part of Star Wars, you know, Marvel, DC, whatever. But you know, Dune is the next big series that everyone wants to be a part of because they have 6 books. I believe they're only planned for 3 movies as of now.
Yeah, I believe he said that the third one's going to wrap it up. It's going to complete Paul Atreides' arc.
So the first 2 movies, only covered the first book in the series. Like the first half was the first movie. Now part 2 is the second half of the first book. And then they're going to go into the Messiah, yeah. Yeah. Which, you know, and again, spoilers a little bit, but she's pregnant. Jessica's pregnant in the movie and her daughter is Paul's sister. And they're able to communicate telepathically through the life water that
she drank the water of life, which is basically the bile from a sandworm that typically would kill somebody, but you know, Jessica was able to, you know, to fight it off basically with her training as a Bene Gesserit, and
Paul does it as well. But they say only women can do it, and they trust that he able to do it, and he's revived by Chati.
Well, there's
or tears or whatever.
So there's some debate there whether or not he actually. If it was her that did it, or if it was just putting some of the water of life on his mouth, because she mixes it with. So it's like, is he really a Messiah? Like, we don't know. They kind of hint that maybe he is because he's got some crazy powers now.
Yeah.
But
I think ultimately the hero of the story is not Paul. It's going to be his sister, who they did show is going to be played by Anya Taylor-Joy.
Maybe. I hear she's kind of very powerful and a little bit psycho maybe, and so we'll see. But yeah, she's able to communicate because since she was in the womb at the time that Jessica drank the. I
was saying she's going to be more powerful than Paul, even
maybe
because she's had that since before.
I don't know. I know. I think.
I mean, obviously, I don't know yet, but
I think in the 1984 version, she's born during that movie, and she's actually the one who kills the Baron. Just like 3 years old or something. Yeah, she's like a little girl. She's like 3 or 4 years old. Yeah, she's freaking creepy and psycho. So I don't know, but yeah, that's
maybe they'll flash forward because they didn't. I mean, they showed her as an adult. As Anya Taylor-Joy.
Yeah, which another amazing actor getting someone else in there. Yeah.
So maybe they'll skip a lot of that stuff and just kind of show her as an adult. Yeah,
maybe. I know it's going to have a time jump for this next movie, but I don't know if it's going to jump that far or not. I mean, maybe, but that's a big jump.
Yeah.
So it's hard to say. I'm sure she'll, Anya Taylor-Joy, I'm sure will be in the next movie. So probably. I was really excited to get Josh Brolin back.
Yeah,
I like Josh Brolin.
To see Thanos kill Drax.
Yeah. Maybe. Did that happen? I don't know. We're not going to tell you.
What? I just did.
Oh,
Thanos literally kills Drax.
I didn't see Drax.
What?
I didn't see him.
That's funny.
Was he standing still?
Yeah, no, he was not.
Oh,
he was very, very violent in this movie. Slamming people's
hands
on.
I didn't see Thanos. I saw Brad. Goonies.
Sure.
Big callback. All the way back. Taking the Brolin characters all the way back. It's the first movie I know him from. I don't know.
Sure. I just didn't remember his name was Brad. So I was like, Brad, okay, whatever you say.
Yeah. It's cool. Headband and the sweats.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Dude, the movie is freaking good. Just really good. Like I kind of want to go see it again. I wish it was
that one. We'll see a second time, unlike Madam Web.
Yeah. Although they only schedule it in the premium format theaters for like a week, which I don't understand.
And it's crazy, the 70 millimeter format, it's only like 12 theaters, you said? It was really limited.
Yeah,
showing was sold
there's
out.
literally only 12 reels of the movie. Like they only made 12 copies of it. I think I heard Oppenheimer had 30 copies on the 70 mil film. So obviously the majority of the IMAX movies and stuff you're going to see are going to be digital. But they did actually make 12 physical film copies. I think the closest one to us was playing at the Irvine Spectrum. And yeah, I looked, and like, with the exception of the very front rows, every single seat was sold for I mean, I didn't look for like days at a time, you know, but like on the weekends when I'd maybe be able to get out there, and yeah, no go. So
I really liked the riding of the sandworms. That was pretty cool. And I heard that was like 30 days of filming with just sand blasting in his face.
Well, it's really hard to control those sandworms. So stupid. Sorry.
Yeah.
No, I
imagine
mean,
so.
Yeah. I'm still not sure how they get off of those things afterwards.
Yeah, they don't. Really
I don't know how.
But he said if he wants to show that in the next film, that he figured out a way, because they don't explain it in the books.
Yeah, and it's interesting how they showed how they do kind of control them when they're like, they had them connect to these like flaps and they lift them up, and I think the sandworms can sense the air's going in, so they don't want to go down and get sand in there, I'm guessing.
Maybe.
I mean, they very clearly show those flaps like lifting up and like air going in, like sucking in them. So I don't know. It's interesting, but I still want to know how they got the whole like caravan of people and Jessica in her little like what's those things called? They carry, anyway, whatever. I don't know how they got all that stuff up there. That was impressive.
Yeah, for real.
I mean, Paul struggled to get himself on one. I mean, it was his first attempt.
Yeah, it was
still
one of the biggest, you know.
Oh yeah. But briefly, I want to talk a little bit about the options for large format theaters. So there's obviously a lot more options for IMAX out there than there is Dolby cinemas. I have to drive a bit of ways to go to a Dolby cinema, and I do that because I prefer the sound, picture quality, and the seats opposed to the IMAX that's at the same theater or closer ones. But IMAX is a different format. You're getting a different ratio or aspect ratio of the screen. So you're getting a taller screen. So theoretically, Dolby is, since it's I think it's like the 16 by 9 opposed to 1.43 by 1, which is, you know, almost square compared to the Dolby Cinema. You would think they're chopping a lot of the top and the bottom off of the Dolby, and they are in some scenes, but they go through scene by scene and they crop it depending on what's important to be in the picture. So there's actually some images where rather than cropping the top and the bottom for Dolby, they're cropping the sides for IMAX. So don't just think, hey, I'm gonna go to IMAX, I'm gonna get more picture. In some scenes, you're actually not. You're losing some of the side to side image. So they really just go through and make sure that whatever is important to be seen in the shot is what you see in the shot, regardless if it's IMAX or Dolby Cinema. So I wouldn't let that dictate where you go see it. Just whatever theater you like the best, that has the best audio and visuals, that's where I'd recommend going. So if that matters to you guys.
It does.
It
matters to them.
I mean, it does to me. I don't know.
Yeah. Dune is one of those ones that I for sure would watch it in something, you know, in a better theater for sure. It doesn't matter what, you know, like you said, whatever works for you, whatever's close that you enjoy. But that's one of those masterpieces that you want to see on a really nice big screen. Yeah,
I do want to see it in IMAX since I've seen it in Dolby already. But I want to find an IMAX. You might be able to help me with. I want to find an IMAX that has like better seating and stuff, because the IMAX at the theater I go to has standard seats. You share an armrest with the guy next to you, and in case you can't tell, I'm a bit broad. I think we've talked about this before, and Doug said I was a broad, but no, I'm just broad. And it's tough when you, especially you end up, for me, I always end up getting like another guy sit next to me, you know, another big guy usually, and we're like trying to like sit like this the whole time, yeah, and that's just not comfortable, you know. And then you get hot from the person next to you, just you know what I mean.
With the Dune popcorn buckets,
winked with the wrong eye. But yeah, AMC does have the Dune popcorn buckets. Well, I don't know if they still have them. I think they all sold out.
But they had them.
They did have them.
Those things are great marketing, but they're freaking weird.
It's pretty ridiculous, but it's hilarious because there's so many like funny videos and memes about them.
There, what can I want the Dune popcorn bucket. Oh no. And hold the popcorn.
Come on, man, you don't have to do this.
Extra butter.
Dude, please, there are families here.
Do I need to speak to the manager?
No, sir.
More. 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 This is enough. For your troubles. Come, Bucket. Oh, thank God. Dune popcorn bucket, now. No!
This was freaking hilarious.
Yeah, I swear that looked like you.
No, I said, I was like, oh, Corey.
Yeah, I know you did, but it looks way more like your body shape than mine.
Nope.
That's
you.
totally Doug.
Put a picture right here and vote in the comments.
Yeah, vote. Does it look more like Doug or does it look more like me?
Especially with a big emoji on our face.
Yeah. I was talking about the body shape.
Nope.
You kind of tell. I'm a bit rotund.
No, you're abroad.
Oh yeah, that too. Maybe it's Alex. That might make
sure.
sense.
Makes a lot of sense.
He'll never watch this, so we'll just blame it on him.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. Yeah, and then SNL did a really funny Dune popcorn bucket music video. It's pretty good.
Funny. Put up a clip of that or something.
Yeah. I mean, the marketing is great. I'm sure they sold a ton of those stupid things. Even if people just bought them as a joke, I can't imagine them being easy to eat popcorn out of.
Yeah, every time I saw a video, people just sticking their hand in there like, ew, that's so weird.
Yeah.
Like,
Why?
Nope.
No. Why?
Why would they do this?
It feels organic in a way I'm not comfortable with.
Oh, it's awful. It's awful. It's like a wet handshake.
This makes popcorn much less enjoyable.
It was kind of difficult to pull your hand out when you want to have like a handful of popcorn.
Why is it worse than I imagined?
Wait, how are you going to get the popcorn out? It's going to all fall out.
Especially when it's like buttered popcorn. It's all just greasy. It's just lubing up the teeth,
Just
man.
butter, yeah.
Lube
no
up.
popcorn. Fill it up.
Just lube up those sandworm teeth.
More butter.
Yeah. I mean, what else can we say about this movie, man? I mean, it was excellent.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure you guys have watched, if you've watched our video about Dune, you probably watched plenty of other videos about Dune. So you know the gist of it. I mean, but ultimately, what did you guys think of it? Did you enjoy it? And if you haven't seen it, why the fuck not?
Yeah. Definitely go see it, guys. If you like good sci-fi movie with amazing visuals, amazing audio, amazing acting, go check it out.
Yeah. It's incredible all around. So we give it our approval for sure.
We did it too long. Dang it.
Nope.
I mean,
It's
good.
just right.
Good. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by and checking out the DC show.
Be sure to like and subscribe.
Have a marvelous day. Dune babies.
Better than Nerd Babies.
Yeah.
I haven't seen anything from MT in a long time.
Yeah, I haven't seen him do much on Heavy Spoilers channel. That guy's been doing most of his own stuff lately, which he did do several videos on Dune. He's got all the break. If you want to know all the ins and outs of the popcorn bucket.
The ins and outs of popcorn bucket.
You know what I mean.
In and out. All right.
In and Out? Yeah, we do have In and Out out here. We're lucky enough in Southern California to have In and Out burgers.
Yep. That's what I meant. Five Guys, In and Out.
Turns out they had it. I don't know. That's what Cameron said. It was on my screen.
I saw it too.
Turns out they had it. What is it? I don't know. Find out. Stick around to find out. If you want to know what they had and who they are, then good luck, because I probably won't remember to tell you. Yes. Whoa, easy. You hit the USB cord.
I was just moving around because you were moving around.
Mine wants to keep moving on me, but I want to have it a little bit more this way. So if I turn to talk to you, I'm still getting in the mic. Still getting the mic. You know what I mean?
Sure.
All right.
Sure.
You ready? You excited?
Yes.
All right. Hey guys, thanks for stopping by and checking out the DC show.
My name's Corey.
And I'm a popcorn bucket. Oh, I'm not.
And we're gonna fuck later.
Oh my gosh.
Corey's gonna fuck a popcorn bucket.
Whoa.
Stick around.
That Corey.
No.
Yet today, it's gonna be a daily thing. At least once a day.
Yep. Just once.
Just wash your bucket in between, please.
Don't tell me what to do. I'm a free American citizen.
Okay. Would you please wash your bucket?
Are you going to borrow it after or something?
It's just a question. I was asking you politely.
You're asking me?
I didn't tell you what to do. I asked you if you would.
No.
Okay. Fair enough. Stick around. Or something. You probably don't want him anymore. Or maybe you do.
Yeah. I don't have an OnlyFans.
Wait, you do now?
What? No.
I thought Alex wanted you to start one.
Yeah, he wanted me to. Yeah.
Cut that.
Oh. Cut that.
I didn't realize you were wearing that shirt. That's funny.
Perfect.